caused so much damage to her hips and ovaries, she couldn't even walk. So I had to carry her from the car into a wheelchair just so she could make it into treatments. They kept giving her more and more medicines until she eventually developed a condition called cancer-induced premature menopause. Watching Karen go through this was one of the most excruciating moments of my life. It was heartbreaking for me, exhausting and overwhelming for her. No matter how hard Karen tried afterwards, she kept piling on more and more belly fat. I felt hopeless because no matter how much I loved her, no matter how much I showered her with gifts, or how much affection I showed her, she still felt unattractive, insecure, vulnerable, alone. What I didn't realize at the time was Karen's unexplained weight gain. The reason nothing else worked was from a tiny little trigger hiding deep inside her that was rapidly multiplying her fat cells. It's the same trigger making every person in their 40s, 50s, and 60s get heavier on the scales with each passing year, even if your diet and exercise is the same. We know this for a fact because in just a second, you'll discover the little known root cause of your belly fat and the 10-second protocol you can use today to instantly stop fat storage. It all started to unravel at Karen's next checkup when the nurses noticed her belly was unusually bloated and hard to the touch. It was protruding outward so badly it made them suspicious, so they decided to run a CT scan. And that's when we discovered what was slowly killing Karen. We were waiting on the test results for what seemed like hours when her primary care doctor, Dr. Peters, finally came in to give us the bad news.
I'm sorry, I wish I had better news, but the radiation and chemo treatments have caused severe ovary damage and the excess weight is surrounding your heart and organs. Unfortunately, this isn't ordinary body fat. It's a deadly type of fat called acute visceral adipose tissue, or AVAT. There's no easy way to say this, but this dangerous type of fat possesses so many fatal health risks it's now known by the medical community as death fat. And it's currently found in the abdominal cavity in 7 out of 10 Americans. This means that 70% of the population has a belly issue that can increase their likelihood of early death by nearly 200%. Sadly, the visceral fat has pushed your blood pressure and cholesterol to dangerous levels, and it's dramatically increasing your risk for heart disease and stroke.
Dr. Peters went on to tell us how this deadly type of fat tricks your body into storing fat in overdrive, causing your belly to swell and blow. If you're a man or woman over 40 and you can look down right now and you see 1 inch or more hanging over your waistline, chances are very high you suffer from AVAT, just like Karen did. It's a fact that's extremely concerning, and we knew it could steal years away from Karen's life if we didn't act fast. Karen was devastated, and I was beside myself. First, the cancer and weight gain, now AVAT. She kept thinking about our 7 grandkids. Would she live long enough to see them grow up, go to kindergarten, walk down the aisle, get married, and have kids of their own? Would we ever experience intimacy in our relationship again? Would we grow old together and see our golden years? All these unanswered questions haunted her day and night. It seemed like we had lost all hope, but pay close attention to what happened next, because it's the only breakthrough Karen needed, as proven in clinical research, using this 10-second remedy that can be done anytime, anywhere, to torch fat cells from your stubborn body parts. By this point, I was overwhelmed with burden and guilt about what happened to my wife. I felt like a fraud and a failure. After all, I was the fitness professional and so-called nutrition expert who gave her all the conventional methods we had used with our clients over the years. So I felt like it was my fault. All the passion and energy I poured into creating my best